Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm just getting ready for work, and then I decided to cut on my camera. I have like 45 minutes to do my hair, get dressed, and put on like very minimal makeup. So today I just wanted to talk to y'all about some of the stuff that I've been going through while employed, as far as like medical wise, because I don't know if a lot of people know that follow me, that I had a tumor in my breast. Yeah, I had a tumor growing inside of my breast that I did not know was a tumor. I thought it was like cancer because it was just getting so big, and like I couldn't like tell what it really was. So what happened was, in the beginning of September, we left for deployment August 31st, right? So in the beginning of the deployment, I felt something wasn't right, like with my chest. I was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but something is growing inside of my chest. So what happened was, I hit my chest against something, and something started growing inside of my breast. I didn't know what it was at the time because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. I just assumed it was something cancerous because, I mean, a lump in the chest that big, like it was growing at a fast rate, so I didn't know like what to do. And at that time I was in a different camp location, and unfortunately they did not have the medical professionals in Iraq at that location that could help me or tell me what was going on with me, so they had to send me to Germany. So while in Iraq, I had got an x-ray, and the doctor determined that it wasn't a blood clot, because when she did the x-ray there was no fluids moving in or out the lump or around the lump. So that's the only way she assumed that it wasn't a blood clot. I mean, and it couldn't have been a blood clot because it was more in a stable position, and that's why she had to send me out of Iraq, because she didn't know what it was. Like, she couldn't take the chance of saying, oh, it'll go away, because of how fast it was growing. Like, it was just getting big, it was getting heavy, it was just hurting. So she just needed to know like more information on it. So she told me I had to go to Germany and that's how I ended up in Germany with the vlogs, and I said I would explain while I was there later. But I've been having a lot going on emotionally out here, so I had to wait, get myself together, and then sit down and tell the story. So I got to Germany safe and sound, and I got to see a doctor, and the doctor, you know, she felt around and she was like, I don't believe it's cancerous because of the location of the lump. And I was like, okay, cool. So we did an x-ray. She didn't do a mammogram because I'm still young, I'm only 28. She don't feel like I needed one, but I did let her know that in the past I've already had sorry, that's my clock. That's my 20-minute clock. I normally shower right now, but I already showered so I can film this video. So I already told her that in the past I had a mammogram before and an x-ray that did determine that I had tumors in my breast. I just never thought it would grow. Good thing I'm in the Army, because a bitch got it removed for free of charge. No money. I didn't have to pay a dime out of my pocket. So after that, after the x-ray, and she didn't do a mammogram because she said I was too young, which I felt she should have, we started talking about options, like as far as like surgery goes and stuff like that. So the x-ray, the radiologist, he wanted to do a biopsy before they took it out because they wanted to see what they were working with. And I'm like, no, because so a regular biopsy is basically them pinching you with a needle and pulling out part of the tumor to see. It's like a big needle, and then basically they just pinch you with it, just like a basic definition. They just pinch you with it, pull a piece of the tumor out, and see what it is, basically. But that type of biopsy is called like a needle biopsy, I believe. I should have looked at my paperwork before. It wouldn't have worked for me because of how big the tumor was. Like, the best option for me was to have surgery and get it taken out, because at the time it was like growing at a rapid rate. By the time I got to Germany, this all started at the beginning of September. I didn't say anything until the end of September because I didn't like want to work myself up or get scared in the middle of nowhere, basically. So it started in September. At the end, the last week of September, I went to go see someone because it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it was fucking scaring me. So I went to go see someone, and I didn't get to Germany until like the second week of October. Yeah, the second week of October I got to Germany, and by the time I got there, it was so big, it was on my left breast. It was making like room in my left breast, like for it to like be there. So yeah, you could just imagine. It was like the size of a golf ball by the time it got out of me. So the second week of, so they were explaining to me like what was going on. Of course I got scared. They did find other tumors inside of my breast, but like the military, their primary goal is to, you know, get you back in the fight, basically get you back to Iraq. They don't kill or anything like that. So their goal wasn't to get all of the tumors out. It was just to get the one tumor out that was growing. So we went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I ended up just saying fuck it, and I was like, let's do the left excisional breast biopsy. So I told him I wanted to be fully asleep doing this procedure because I already have horrible anxiety about even doing this in a foreign country, and I just didn't want to do it. So I just told him, you know, I want to be fully asleep doing this procedure. So they did put me to sleep, and I had a left excisional breast biopsy. And the pictures, I put the pictures in the thumbnail. So basically what it is they make a small incision on your breast, they cut it open, pull the tumor out, sew you back up, and then like that's the end of that. I was told by my doctor that it wouldn't leave a scar, but she was like, oh, you won't even notice the scar, it'll be so small. It's noticeable, it's very noticeable. And if you follow me on social media, then you know I like to wear like crop tops, things like this out, you know, like I have small breasts, so like I'm able to wear stuff like that. So I don't know how that's gonna work after this whole situation, but yeah. So I just wanted to, now that I done told y'all like the whole like procedure or whatever, I can tell y'all some of the symptoms as to why I went and got it checked out, got my breast checked out. So I knew it was something wrong with me because like one day I'll be like so energetic, I'll be ready to go to work, I'll be, you know, just ecstatic about the day, and then some days I'll wake up and I'll be tired, fatigued, bloated. I knew something was wrong with me. Like, there's no way in hell that one day I'm just perfectly fine and the next day like my body aching, my head hurt, I can't stand up straight, my body getting hot. Like I was literally, like my body was like literally getting hot, like, and I don't know how that's possible. Please don't ask me how it's possible, because I really don't know. Like I was just getting hot some days, my periods, oh my god, my periods were like the worst. Like, and I'm one of those girls who was blessed to have like the 3-day periods, and my periods are normally not like bad as they were when I had the tumor inside of me. So I just knew, like, you just know your body, like you just know. And if you don't know your body, then you need to get to know it. So like I just knew that it was something wrong with me, and I just knew I had to go be seen by someone, a medical professional. And you know, my NCO, she had came to Germany with me. She actually told me, you know, I should share my experience because it's other women out here who may be going through this same like situation as me. So I mean, it took me a while to, you know, talk about it, or even want to talk about it, because I mean, I just didn't want to talk about it. I didn't even want to think about it no more. It's just like my horrifying experience in Germany. Like, hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta grab my fucking freeze spray, and I gotta grab the makeup that I need, because I don't really have like a makeup spot here. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tell you guys the aftercare of the surgery, what all I had to do, my downtime, stuff like that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I put on my shirt and my pants so I can be at least somewhat ready to walk out the door when I'm done with this. So I'll tell you guys now, I'm turning my mirror, sorry, about the aftercare. So the aftercare, I was in surgery. I don't think I was in surgery that long. I think I was maybe in surgery for about, shit, I don't remember. They said it was like 60 minutes or something like that. I think, I can't really remember how long I was in surgery. I really can't. And after surgery, they were like, oh, do you need a wheelchair? Anything like that. I was like, hell no. The only thing I need is to go back to my room. So I left. I was in a lot of pain. Of course, you just had like, they call it a minor surgery, but that shit, I felt like shit afterwards. Like, I was ready to go. I was like, oh no, I'm ready to go. So basically they gave me 2 weeks of like downtime. The worst days, my wig was pulling back. The worst days were the first 2 days, because I couldn't move. I mean, the full 2 weeks, I couldn't like do anything really. I couldn't lift my arms. I couldn't like do anything by myself. First day I couldn't shower. I had to wait 24 hours. My NCO, she was there with me, so she was a big like support and help as far as like helping me. You know, if I needed anything, she would do it for me, go get it for me. Food, helping me move and walk around, stuff like that, making sure, you know, I was okay. They did give me they tried to give me pain meds, but I'm allergic to most NSAIDs now. I think it's because I was taking them too much. I don't know. I've never heard of that happening before, but when I take like NSAIDs, my face starts flaring up. So aftercare, the first day, I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't shower for 24 hours. They gave me like this little soap that I had to use the night before and the morning of surgery. I had to take a shower the night before and the morning of normal day. I guess they figured I didn't shower, who knows. So I had to take a shower morning of, day before, and then this day of the surgery. But I could only use just water and that soap they gave me. Like, I couldn't use anything, any of my personal. I don't know why it was so important. I guess it was to like disinfect the area that they were going to have surgery on, to make sure I didn't get any infections or anything like that. They gave me oxycodone, which I didn't take because I don't like the way I feel on like oxycodone and Percocets and stuff like that. I would rather be in pain than to be like all drugged up, and like, I would rather be in pain, and that's the route that I chose, to be in pain. So I was just in pain. It didn't bother me. I didn't care, like whatever. So I didn't take the oxycodone because the first day I took it, I didn't like the way I felt, and that was that. So the first week, it was like the worst. I was having really bad nightmares. I could barely, you know, get up out of the bed. Like, it was just bad. I was like, fuck, I hate this. And then I had to go through this whole experience like without my husband, without, you know, my parents, without my, you know, like my loving, not saying like my NCO, she doesn't give a fuck about me, because she does, obviously, if she stopped her whole deployment to go with me to have surgery. Yeah, so yeah, that was that. I just, like, the thing that like pissed me off was that I had to have it in Germany. Like, they don't, if you're not basically dying, they're not gonna fly your family out to like be with you when you having surgery. So that's just how the military is. That's just how it works. Like, they're not gonna, if it's not life, limb, or eyesight, they don't care. Even limb, it was a guy in there that had his fucking leg blown off, and he damn near had to suck dick to get his wife to come out there. And they didn't even, that was that on his end. He didn't fight for that. He had to jump through hoops. I mean, he fought for that. He had to jump through hoops just to get his wife sent out there. Like, ridiculous. And I already know my team, honestly, besides my LT. She probably would have, if she had the chance, she probably would have, you know, hooked your girl up. But it didn't happen, and my husband didn't come. It is what it is. I moved on from that whole situation. I'm just glad that it's over. I have a scar. It's not the same color as my skin, but it's also not, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it's still like, it's still there. That's what frustrates me. I don't think people understand that. Like, it really frustrates me that it's there. Like, I don't care about the scar. It just frustrates me that it's like there in plain sight. Like, if I wear anything revealing, you're gonna see it. If I wear a swimsuit, you're gonna see it. If I wear a crop top, I'm gonna see it. Low cut dresses, you're gonna see it. Like, that's probably the most depressing part about it, but it is what it is. I got it out. I got it done for free. I can't complain. Life is good, and I'm gonna do like the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna speed through this. It's really simple. It's just eyebrows, lashes, and lip mascara. It's not really nothing too fancy. I don't have any complexion products that fit me out here, so I'm just gonna do this real quick and then come back on camera to close out the video. the video. I gotta put on my jacket, grab my weapon, and go to work. This is all I've been doing while I've been in Iraq. Eyebrows, mascara, eyeliner, lip gloss, because I don't have any complexion products, but I am getting some in the mail soon. Let's hope that they fit, because I don't have a tan anymore, so I don't know what my foundation color is or anything like that. So in the end of this whole tumor journey, ended up being a non-cancerous tumor, thank God. I think I covered everything from the beginning to the end, but if you have any questions about like just like the whole process in general, please let me know down below, because I feel like I skipped like a lot of things. But if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll leave like all of my favorite like minimal makeup stuff in the description box down below. So yeah, I gotta finish getting ready for work, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this little talk through video, and I'll see you guys in my next video.